Greetings, greetings. Welcome to Tunisia's Locs Beauty Tips and Potpourri. The light in me honors the light in you. I hope you are having a beautiful spring and you are feeling like prosperous and productive and peaceful. I hope that you are popping. So welcome to the channel today. I am going to just briefly review a few different retightening tools that you can use for your Sisterlocks or your Microlocks, or I guess other types of locks as well, just depending upon the tool. And I wanted to go over them by name, but I also wanted to give you a brief demo of what the tool is like. Now, this particular video is not a tutorial. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm not going to be able to show you the particulars and how I did this and how I did that. My goal is to show you the tool and give you a general feel, a summative feel as to how the tool works, and to possibly give you a little feedback. Because I want to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different tools. I've used all of them. The latest tool that I purchased is the London Loc tool. And let me just preface as well, because I am going to give you the website that's on her card. A card comes with this. It's a sterling silver tool. It's wonderful, depending upon who you ask. And it's Loc, L-O-C-K-S, Locs Royale, R-O-Y-A-L-E @gmail.com. I'm giving you guys this stuff up front because if you ask me in the comments where did I get the tool from and all of that, I won't be able to do that. I don't have the time to put the links in there, and I tell you this inside the video so that hopefully if you're paying attention you can get this information. I really appreciate that if you want it. Otherwise, you can always Google any of these tools at any time and find it on your own. Again, this is the London Locs tool. That's the first tool that I'm showing you. May not be the first one I actually go over in this tutorial. This is a regular latch hook. All right, I like this tool. It can be pretty quick, all right, and it doesn't require you threading anything like this tool, although this is actually my most favorite tool, believe it or not. It is a $2 plastic craft needle. You can get it from Walmart for $2 or $3. It is, again, is a plastic craft needle. You want to go into the sewing area to find that. This is a Loc Sanity Tool. All right, I got this off of Etsy. You can type in Loc Sanity. You could probably get this off of Amazon too, maybe, or something like it. I think you all remember me reviewing another tool that I purchased from Amazon some years ago, a couple years ago, or maybe a year and a half ago. But this is the Loc Sanity tool. Very different looking because it's curved, okay? I don't work well with these tools. I'm going to try to show you how it works today. I just don't work well with it. Everybody has a different preference. These are the Nappy lock tools. This is probably my 4th and 5th one that I have purchased. I purchased these before and I keep losing them. I don't use it regularly. It is a very easy tool to use. I really, really like it. You can lose it easily. It can slip. You can misplace it. But I like this tool. I like it because the hair fits right into these little holes and you can move pretty quickly with it. You do need to be careful of the size because, you know, it has to go through a very thin area. So you want to be careful, but it does slide through fairly easily, even when it looks a little bit more, you know, enlarged. With this here, what I usually do with this tool is I pop something in here and I just stretch it out a bit. All right, you can use it like this, but it's going to be too time consuming. So I just open it up just a little bit. You can see where I opened that up. And then this becomes even easier to use. But this is the easiest tool. And for me, I can work very fast with this tool. I work faster with this tool than this one or any of the other ones. And I think it's primarily because these are slippery. This has a matte finish, so it gives you some friction. So you can really go, like really go. And you can cut this thing shorter and you can file it and smooth it out into a point, and you may find yourself even happier. Price wise, this is going to be your go-to. This is $2 or $3. The London Locs tool after shipping is about $54, okay? Because you pay for it. It comes from Europe. The Loc Sanity Tool is pretty cheap. I think I probably paid for the Loc Sanity Tool. Oh yeah, and you do get 2 of them. There's another one in here. Let me send that person a message. There's another one in here. So you get 2 of these. And I want to say they run you under 15 bucks. So you get a pretty good deal. And I think shipping might have been free. If it wasn't, it was just several dollars. So you're going to be paying under 20 bucks for both of those tools. For the Nappy Locks tool, you're going to pay roughly $20, $23 for each tool. This one is the mini size, okay? This one is the medium, but it's pretty big. Then there is a size in between the mini and the medium, which is the small size. All right, so this one, I could use it, but it's not necessary. I use this mini size and it works well for my hair, honestly. So a small size would probably do most of you good if you have an average size Sisterlock. All right, these you can get these smaller, but this is just the average size. I didn't realize you could get these smaller. And it would be too small. It would make your locks too tight. This is the standard size that you will find. Unless you buy a pack of maybe 5 or 6 of these, this is going to be the standard size that you're going to find in your average Michael's store or your Hobby Lobby store, or what's the other fabric store? Joann's, or a store like that, Hancock Fabrics or something like that. You all are familiar with this tool. This is the Sisterlocks tool. Shout out to the beautiful person out there in the Sisterlocks community that sent me this tool. Thank you very much. This tool is a trial for me to use. I don't bother to use it because it's just, I can't seem to get I can get it to loop through once or twice, but it's just too time consuming. And it's not, to me, it's not good enough, or it's not efficient as I can use some of the other tools. It's not as efficient, so there's no reason for me to use this. However, if I were to sit around and practice this and get really good with it, I could do my retightenings with this, and it would be ideal because it's slippery, yet it still has enough friction so it doesn't slide. The needle or the tip is nice and thin. Okay, and because of the angular way in which it's designed, it slides in and out. And because there's no threading of anything, you're moving quickly. Okay, with all of these, you have to stop and you have to rethread. And that's what can take the time. Even though you can do this quickly, it's going to be time consuming. This one, you don't have to thread anything, but you do have to move this latch back and forth to keep your hair from tangling. And although you can get good with this I would say would be the most efficient and the fastest tool to use if you know how to use it and if you can get your hand on this tool. It is not impossible to do, but it's not going to be something you're going to find very easily, and so it's probably best not to even entertain this. I might try to fool around with it, but it's just not worth the hassle. It's a little more difficult. I would have to practice and so forth. So let's first just start with we're going to do, I go into Efrage for my retightening on Sunday. I'm past due. Well, maybe not. I have to check my count. I'm probably like at 10 weeks. Y'all know that's usually my cycle. But, I always do my retightenings around the top. And in 2 weeks, there's an event that I have to be present for in filming. And I do not want these locks around the front to have that plucked chicken look. You guys know I love the way my hair looks when it fills in. This to me is great. When I have to get a retightening, I don't like the way it looks. So I'm going to do these over the next day so that when she does me this weekend, she only needs to do this part back. And this will look good in 2 weeks and it won't look like it's too tight on my head. I really don't like that look. It takes my locks about 3 weeks after retightening to kind of get back to normal. So what I did yesterday was I went ahead and I just did a few here. And I'm not tightening them all the way up. I'm tightening them to where I still have a few millimeters of unlocked hair around the top because it's going to be easier. I like the way it's going to look. And that tightening your hair all the way to the root and continuing to rotate it when it's not necessary, that's going to break your hair off. I don't care what anybody says. Unnecessary tension and friction and pulling on your hair is very traumatizing. It's like stretching a piece of fabric around a tight body that's too big constantly. Eventually, I'm going to keep wearing this. It's going to be fine for a while, but eventually it's going to loosen the fabrics and it's going to tear, right? It's going to keep tearing, and then eventually it's going to collapse, or it's going to burst the seam. The same is true with the hair. So especially as my locks are getting much longer, as you guys can see, and you can't get a real idea of them here because I'm sitting down, but I have to be careful with the extra weight of these locks, even though they're nowhere near as heavy as they used to be before I changed the oil and stuff that I use on my hair. But it's still something I have to be mindful of. So I'm going to be, over the next few years, taking more precautions about how I treat my hair. And shout out to, oh, I wish I could remember this sister. She texted me and asked me, she was purchasing the oil, and she asked me if I was going to, let me see if I can find her name, if I was going to be, shout out to Carrie, I think, maybe, is it Carrie? I'm not sure. Carrie Sawyer, shout out to you. Anyway, if I wear a cap on my head at night, and I have to tell the truth, I don't do caps anymore. I got lazy. All right, especially with the oil that's better for my hair. I don't need the caps as much as I used to. I'm not dealing with that lint the way I used to, so I've gotten slack. But I plan to get vigilant again, because it is important that I really start to care for my hair a little bit more. But yeah, I wish I could think of the sister's name. So many of you guys contact me. God bless you. God has blessed me through you. So many of you guys contact me. I can't keep up with everybody, and it's only been a couple of days or so. But back at the ranch, shout out to Sonia Khalil, to Denise Anthony, to, again, my girl Dion, to Danette, or Danette, you know who you are, those of you who give me lots of testimonials and all that beautiful stuff to let me know how the product is doing for you. Shout out to all of y'all. So I did these. So I'm getting ready to come around this way, all right? And what I'm going to show y'all right now is just a sample, a few of the locks that I'm going to do on this side. Now I'm behind in my retightening. I washed a few days ago. I didn't unmarry, okay, like I normally do right before retightening. I have to, so that by the time I go to effrage, my hair is not crazy. All right, so we got this area. Okay, this used to be 2 locks. I separated it. Anyway, all I want to show you right here basically is the latch hook. All right, and remember, this is not a tutorial. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not claiming for the view and all of that stuff. I just want to give you a general feel. I have a 4-point rotation. It's counterclockwise. Do I do it the way the Sisterlocks people do it? No. I know I'm doing it the wrong way, but I've got the system. It works for my hair. The few little bit of times I do it in between the times I go to effrage, it's not messing my locks up. Y'all know I'm a nonconformist anyway, so I don't really care. But it's on you, okay? So I just slide this little thing up here, right? Now this technically is me going up this way. So I really should go this way. I'm going to start this way, then I'm going to go down in the reverse motion, okay? So I'm going to go this way. Now I'm going to loop this over. You saw me loop it over. And it's important that you really be clear on when you pull this in, you need to not have it tangled. You need to know what you're doing. You need to make sure there's no surrounding hair that's gotten caught in there. I loop that over, and then I can't see. I hope this is, yeah, then I got to close the latch over it. This is all happening seamlessly though, and then I'm going to pull through. If you don't close the latch, it's not going to pull you through. You see how that got tangled? So that's not what you want to happen. I can't look at the camera. Let me just do this from kinesthetic memory, okay? So I got to close this over, and then I'm going to pull it through. You see that? That happens seamlessly. It's very quick. This tool could be used as efficiently as this tool if you felt comfortable using it. Okay, so I'm going down this way. All right, and you see this latch, it falls. I got to make sure that latch is up, so I may want to hold it up. It just depends on you, okay? It's hard to do this, y'all, and then try to show. It is. Let me try to see if I can. It can be a little tedious. Pull it up. And then I need to go back this way. All right. Now, you remember, I'm sitting up here in front of a camera with these doggone lights beaming all in my face and all that craziness. If you're standing up and you're in your bathroom window There's no reason for me to keep going around with this because I kind of demoed it already. It's precarious to kind of try to see. Okay, so then I will go back up that way. All right, but I'm going to finish that with this. Now, this is the craft needle. Very easy to use. Watch how much more efficient I am once I actually get the hair in. I may have to double it on the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going up, right? Is this it? I'm going this way. Okay, this is easy to grab another piece of hair by mistake. You got to pay attention. That's about as tight as I think I really want that. All right, remember, I don't want it to be too tight on my head. Okay, you can see I have a lot of space in here. You can see all that extra space, but y'all know why my hair is growing the same way yours will when you buy this I Am Melanin Magic hair oil. All right, y'all know it works. It detangles. It's high end. It's pricey, but it's worth it. It's pricey because of the effort that goes into it to secure the quality oils, the amount of different oils that it has in it, and everything else that is involved in producing a product, down to the sales taxes that I incur and the shipping as a part of the price. But more or less, the pricing has to do with the quality of the product, okay? So I know it's not for everybody, but if you care about what you're putting in your hair, you know, when you're concerned with your overall nutritive health as it relates to your hair, and you want to build strength over time and you want to build length, most of you all know who purchase it, that it's the only thing I've been using after about my first year or so into the journey. All right, I've modified it. It's a better match for my hair now. So it's a little bit different than the original oil, but it's much better. All right, so here we go. That's a little tight, but you see how fast I did that, right? You can see how fast I did that, right? Okay, so now I got this little piece in here. Now let's look at the London Loc tool. Okay, this has a little clip. Okay, it's a bottom like this. It has a little clip. When I first saw this the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, how do I use this? Even when looking at it, I was like, how do I use it? This, you clip the hair and you put your hair in that, you let it go, and then you just use it like a regular sewing needle. This is slippery. It feels good. I haven't had a problem with it tangling. I saw a few YouTube channels where they talked about the hair getting caught here and then it getting caught down here. I didn't have that issue, but when I got tight to the root, it was hard to pull this through. And one lady on the channel said, just pull it through diagonally and you'll be able to get this through, because a lot of people complained about not being able to get it tight enough. But again, the thing is, y'all, we don't need to be trying to go tight. So you put the hair in there, right? And then it's hooked. That way, if you need to move around, if you want to go to the party and then come back, your hair is still okay. And then you just go on through. Now, y'all, it is so easy to cut another piece of hair in, but you'll see that this moves quickly. Once you get this in, it's like the craft needle. It's very quick, okay? I believe in holding your hair to also help it through so that you're not pulling extra strands. When you start tightening your own hair, if you ever retighten your own hair, you're going to see how much easier and pain-free it is when you do your own hair. Oh, it'll probably make you not want to go to have anybody else do it again, but who has the time? Remember, as you're doing these retightenings, there's no point to be pulling. You see what I'm talking about? It's getting tighter right there, right? But remember, I'm not trying to go any tighter. But remember, it is, very important. And I'm just going to unlash this and take it right out. So I'm good to go, right? Let's do another one. Remember that you want to go through as effortless as possible. There's no reason to pull the needle to tighten up the hair that you're locking. There's just no need to do that, okay? We have this need in our community to want stuff tight and pulling the hair and all that nonsense. It's unnecessary because you're traumatizing your hair. And y'all know around the front, I don't really like to play because the hair is more tender around the front. And because I split a lot of my locks early in the journey, my locks are very small around here. So I'm very particular about this. But you can see that you could technically Okay, you see, I combine. Now, this is what you don't want to do. Now I have to call Naima, and I'll have to have her separate this. I was just getting ready to say, if you had pulled your hair, if I had pulled my hair back and clipped it, it would be easy. You could sit somewhere with one lock out, and you could feel your way around, and you really could do it without necessarily having to be in the mirror. But you run into, if you get distracted or you're not paying attention, possibly combining. Let me see. I didn't really combine, I don't think, but I have a little piece of hair coming from this lock, and because these are so thin, it's not really worth losing. So I'm going to have to let Naima help me with that. She became a pro at that when we were going through the first part of COVID and folks were having to retighten their hair, not by choice. And so she was a major help, because I would say the first time I did the entire head, or maybe that was my second time, I'm getting ready to use a Nappy lock tool. I probably had her, she had to do that for about maybe 10 or 12 locks. But as soon as I realized I was combining them, I called her right away, just like you saw me just do. I didn't try to do anything else. Okay, I just called her right away. Okay, here we go. So I'm going in this way. Barely can feel anything, barely can hear anything. You want to give yourself enough leg room to probably like 4 or 5 inches when you thread this needle, because, and see, having these old fake nails on, they're not, well, these gel S&N, whatever they call them, is tedious, because I can't, it's just time consuming. Y'all know I just started this nonsense again recently, because y'all know I don't really do all this nail stuff, but these people, they probably want some readings, but guess what? I can't do it. I'm off today. I am off today. Okay, so here we go. You see how time consuming that part can be, right? I can't see. I'm in front of this light. I'm trying to show y'all and trying to, but yeah, this is the time consuming part, the threading. Okay, but if you're paying attention and you're focused, it's not that, okay? All right. All right, I might have gone down the wrong way because I wasn't paying attention. But y'all, for me, y'all, it's not the end of the world for me. It's like, okay, let's, you know, I could be doing a lot worse things to my hair than that. Here we go. I need to be paying attention. I have a lot of frizz that's in my hair. So I feel some of that frizz. But you can see how this slides through, even in this little tiny space of my hair. You can see how it slides through, and really that's sufficient. All right, now see what I usually do, and y'all probably know this, all throughout my little lock journey, when my bottoms and my tips would try to close, I would just open them back up because I didn't want them to lock. This one, this is a good one. This is a nice strong lock. It's right around this side. You'll notice your locks around this area tend to be very, very strong. So I think I have used all of the tools except for this Loc Sanity thing, which is just, it's just tedious. I don't know. I guess there are people that like the roundedness, but I don't do rounded that well. But let's give this a try. I got this and I was like, oh, if you want this though, just shoot me a text, and whoever's the first person is that's watching the video, say I made it to the end. Can I have the Loc Sanity tool? And whoever I see first, I will just go ahead and send this to you, because it's just, no, I'm not going to use this. I can't see the utility of it. It's just not fun for me, but some of you all might like it. Make sure you send me your address. You can text it to my phone. All that information is in the description, or you can go to my website and send me an email. Whoever does it first, that'll be the person that gets it. If you want it, I definitely don't mind sending it to you, as long as you're not in Canada or in the UK. Or I'm sorry, shout out to my Algerian and my Tanzanian sisters, and those of you who contact me even from Ghana. I love y'all. It's a lot to ship over there. All right, so I'm good. Y'all can see it works pretty much. I guess for some people it goes in easier because it kind of goes to the top. But again, yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to combine. So I can probably get one more in there, I think, without it being too tight. Let's see. Yeah, I still got plenty of space. I could go another rotation, but that's sufficient for me. Okay. Yeah, Naima's gonna have to do another one for me. See, you get distracted when you're fooling with these cameras. So that's what that's like, y'all. And I'm not even gonna try with the Sisterlocks tool because I gotta be honest with you. They probably will come after me. It's the same person. But yeah, you would go in like this. You see this little loop thing, and then you would hook it there and then pull it through, of which I have not been successful. So no one can say that I tried to teach you how to use this tool because I don't know how to use it. But I hope that this helped you somewhat, ladies. And I hope that, you know, what did we did just a few in that short amount of time, right? And they're not that tight. Hopefully in a few days or by next week, they'll look kind of like these and they'll start to fill in, and I'm happy with that. And I wish you the best on your retightening journey if you decide. Don't forget, Walmart is the plastic craft needle. London Locs is this sister here who will ship it out to you from London, roughly about $40-some plus the shipping will put you a little bit over 50. This is the Sisterlocks tool. You're going to have a hard time finding this. Don't waste your time unless you can get it from somewhere. You can find these on the black market, believe it or not. Someone shipped this to me. Thank you so much. Show your love, show your love, show your love. And then we have the Loc Sanity Tool, which I got from Etsy, which you can get. And then the 2 Nappy Lock tools. And you can type this in. You might can get this from Beauty Coliseum. I'm not sure. But you book Beauty Coliseum. But you can definitely type in Nappy Locks tool. And you can find this. And it'll take you to a page which has an option of about 4 or 5 different sizes, I believe. The oil, I Am Melanin Magic. You can purchase through the information in the link, or you can even go to the IamMelaninMagic.com website, which is up. You'd be better though to contact me if you want to be able to speak with me back and forth and to get the discounts and coupons. I want to try to keep this community separate from other people that may be ordering the oil, because I like the personal touch. For the time being, if I'm able to still do that, I want to be able to do that. So I'm sending y'all lots of love. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Show your love, show your love, show your love. I want to thank you all for everything. Don't forget, if you want that Loc Sanity Tool, I'll be happy to ship it out to you. Just give me your information. Leave me a comment or text my phone and tell me I'd like the tool. I'll watch your video to the end and make sure you comment on the channel, and I'll definitely make sure you get it. Love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Join the journey. And enjoy the rest of your spring. Enjoy the rest of April. We are already getting ready to be at the end of the first quarter. Actually, we are at the end of the first quarter. That was March, right? Yeah, so we're going into getting ready to start the second third of the year. Can you believe that already? It's crazy. Anyway, love y'all. Make sure you catch it, and I'll talk to you soon.